Welcome to The Polity here at Kaftan TV. My name is Osai Sadibame, and today we shall be looking at an interesting topic which is one of the trending news currently. It is the appointment of the IG. So a new IG. What are the challenges and expectations? These are the queries, these are the questions, challenges and expectations from Nigerians. Nigerians should be expecting that with the appointment of a new IG who is in acting capacity in the person of a DSU, it is important that those who are in the tough areas, in the challenging areas across the country, will have what they have as their own expectation, so that as the new IG takes up his mantle of leadership and runs his policies and program to be able to define his trajectory in securing Nigerians and the people, then they can be able to connect with him. It did come by surprise to many people that the former IGP has to be changed or has been removed from office, while there are different narratives to the circumstances around his removal. Some are saying that he resigned on personal reasons, and some other reports are saying that he was asked to step down. The reason for asking him to step down is yet public. But here is an IG who was given an extension of service by virtue of his time of appointment. He was close to retirement when he was actually asked to take over the office of the IGP, where persons who occupy are expected to serve for a full term or one term of 4 years, except if there are issues which are considered to be one of impeccable consequence. But in this case, there is yet any story about any impeachable matter, except the rumor of a mistaken delivery of 100 million naira to the son's account, coming from a supposed person whom many would have expected should know how to communicate on behalf of an institution. Now, that of course will be unraveled in the course of time. The stories behind that will be told to Nigerians. The lines will be opened immediately, so you could join us in the conversation. But we'll be doing that immediately after the break. But before the break, there has been a lot of systemic promotion of the person of Frank Mba, a Deputy Inspector General of Police, who by rank is superior to the Assistant Inspector General of Police, who has been appointed as the appointed in acting capacity or as the IGP. Now, some of these comments, the social media we cannot dismiss with in our present time, are of the view that the IGP position should ordinarily have been for the DIG. Now, of course, both of them are excellent officers. They have performed respectively in their various beats, and of course, even to their own calling. Some data here available on this is that he holds a bachelor degree in English education, which he got from the Lagos State University, and is a multiple master's degree holder, including public administration and criminology, security, and legal psychology. And he has underscored specialized professional training in areas such as internet fraud investigation, strategic leadership, small arms smuggling, and detection and forensic intelligence, both in Nigeria and abroad. You know, he was commander of the Rapid Response Troop team of the military, led 2015 to 2021, led one of Nigeria's most important urban policing units, renowned for its focus on community engagement and proactive crime fighting. He had head the intelligence and response team of the police, took over his allied tactical and intelligence unit that targets organized crime and cyber criminals network. He succeeded the former IRT head, Abba Kyari. He is, of course, the Commissioner of Police in Rivers State, later in the Federal Capital Territory. This position that expanded its operations and command experience. Recently served as Assistant Inspector General in the charge of Force Investigation, Criminal Investigation Department, FCID in Lagos, a forward division to IGP. So here is a man who the investment on him by the police and the personal investment he has had on himself has exposed him to actually man these very critical and sensitive parts of the Nigerian, important part of the Nigerian state. That is the security of the civilian body, because the police is in charge of internal security, is in charge of handling the civil matters. We all know that the military have their assignment to work on the borders and around the borders of the country. Now, with this, we are asking you as citizens. A new IGP has been named, waiting to be sent to the Senate for ratification, for confirmation, and then Senate approval, and then the presidential director appointment. What are your expectations for this officer? We'll talk about this when we return from the break. Welcome back to the Polity here on Kaftan TV. As we said earlier, we are continuing the conversation on the new appointment of the new DG, the challenges and expectations that comes with the office. He has been newly appointed. He's expected to outline his programs. But in outlining his programs, the major one that Nigerians are concerned about is the state of security in the country. How safe are Nigerians in their homes? How safe are they in their farms? How safe are they on the roads as they travel as they engage in interstate travels from one state to the other? How safe are they in having any social gathering? What is the fear that the Nigerian people have? Before now, the fear of the population, like as in every society, are robbery attacks if people are traveling. Is that possible, robbery attacks? But it has all changed to possible kidnapping and terrorism. Wanton wastage of human lives. That, of course, is a big issue that has to be addressed as far as Nigerians are concerned. And this concern concerns the institution charged with the responsibility to provide safety for Nigerians, to provide safety for the Nigerian public, to provide safety for lives and property. Where that is not gotten, where that is not met, it goes a long way to weaken the level of trust that people will have on their government to protect their lives. And so, with the appointment of a new IGP, people will have some sense of renewed hope in them that maybe this new IG will come with new ideas that will further assist the Nigerian people. How did we get to this point? We cannot explain, because it is really, really disturbing that it got to this level. There are a lot of fears now that with the appointment of Disu, then there is a chances that other senior officers within the police force may have to go. Because those in the ranks of DIG, those in the ranks of ACG, Assistant Commissioner of Police, they may all have to go, because this is a categories of mates. Some his superior, some his junior, many his mates also. But by virtue of the various considerations that led to one promotion or the other, some of these mates are higher to him by rank. Some of these mates are lower. Some of these mates are of the same rank with him. But the federal government saw better reason, the head of government saw better reason to make him the head of this civil security body, Nigerian police. And so Nigerians are expected to have a good, what they call it, outing from him. So I'm waiting for your calls from home as you join us on the polity. Let us hear you. What are you saying? What are you thinking are the challenges that are facing this appointment? And what are the expectations that Nigerians should have? Sense of safety in their homes, sense of safety as they go to the farms, sense of safety as they travel from one state to the other, sense of safety as they move from their homes to their markets and then back to their market, those who travel long distances, even within the same state, to different market days so that they can make their sales. Most of these stories of kidnapping which have been heard have been from this scenario. Beside the targeted kidnapping, where people come to particular homes at night and then whisk away the target whom they have come for. So with a new IG, what are the challenges that are on ground that he has to work with? What are the expectations, which of course are to be seen as opportunities that should be worked upon by the new IG? Your calls are waiting for your calls. Call in and let us join. Let us have this conversation together. Between the two, there has been a social media posturing of Frank Ubah, an excellent officer, also like Disu, in his own right, an officer who has also manned various points of offices of importance within the police force, a major of which is being the first PRO at a particular time, I think again and again. And then this elevation also to be in some other command, to head one or two other commands. And so here is an officer who many believe that virtue of his rank should have been there. But again, there are other social media posts that are coming up to say, well, these are all same officers who got into the police force at the same, they listed at the same time. However, the play of considerations during promotions, which is a good happening of Nigeria to him. So Nigeria beautifully happened to him by Federal Character Commission at the time where he was elevated. There was need for that part to have that elevation, and so he got himself where he is. And now with the appointment of Disu as the acting police, what do you call it, IGP, acting Inspector General of Police, it behoves on all those officers to go off. But again, we must ask, should the country suffer a loss of these huge capacities which are in these ranks, because one of them has been taken and appointed. Although there is no official declaration statement requesting that they should all resign, but we know by convention people do this practice. But we have to ask ourselves, is it worth it? For somebody, I think it is not out of place for some of these names mentioned to remain, because remaining, if the man is your mate, and if by number of by the year of enlistment, if his number is ahead of yours, is naturally your superior. It's naturally your senior. That consideration is given, is understandable, is taken seriously in the command structure. So he who has come before you is just like having the birth of twins or triplets. The firstborn of he that first came out of the window is the first to be considered as a senior before the other ones that come after them. So these are these are things that we have to look at, and we think it is not out of place for the other officers to remain in their offices and then wait for and then serve through their time of retirement. That, of course, when that time captures you, we cannot help. But before then, you would have been able to meet up we have been able to contribute your quota in terms of capacity and skills that have been acquired on behalf of Nigeria, on behalf of the Nigerian police force, which by extension will be on behalf of Nigeria. Depending whatever region you work or you come from or whatever what's it called groupings you stand to make this what's it called position. What is important is that you are able to communicate to the Nigerian people the best of what they call it of your time while in the service. So I'm waiting for your call. Callers, who is going to be the first caller? Let me hear you make your position about the challenges and expectations we are having as a result of the new IGP. What are likely going to be the challenges? What are likely going to be the expectation? Should we see this, what do you call it, washing away of all military officers, flushing off of all military officers as a challenge? And if this is a challenge, how can we overcome it? Should they all leave the force because a mate or a subordinate has been elevated into the office of the #1 policeman in the country? Does it by any way means that the nation should lose their skill set and capacities, which are definitely needed seriously at this time? So who's calling? What is the issue? What angle are you coming from? The challenges or the expectation of the new IG? These are the issue that we have to look at. Already we know our challenges in terms of security. Serious armed banditry is troubling the nation from one corner to the other. There has been a gradual movement of these persons from the northeastern region, and then they have moved into the northwest, touched some part, and have dealt severe blow to the north central, which, and by extension, touching some part of this southwest. The southeast of the country had a taste of it, but the north central is really brutally exposed to this what do you call it, brigadage and wastage of human life carried out by the perpetrators and merchants of death through the sword and other military arms with the parade. And so it is incumbent on the national security to ensure that this does not happen at a time where there is a lot of complaint by citizens who believe that how can you kidnap a number of 100 persons, and when they go for rescue they are able to rescue. Yes, it is a thing of joy that all 100 persons are rescued, but it is very strange that after the rescue, there is no story ever mentioned that these and these persons were arrested in connection to this particular crime. Because we must understand that this is a crime. Banditry is crime. Kidnapping is crime. And so when people commit this crime, to the extent that they are audacious enough to invade a school, pick all the pupils in that school, or take as much as 100 or 200 pupils in that school, they use them to bargain for the release. And then government is sitting down and making available all of that. When they begin to make this bargain, make things available and then go to rescue, and you think that the citizens are satisfied that this action which you have carried out, you will still carry it out again next time, because these same persons, when they get tired or you finish or you exhaust the money that you have given to them, they will return to it. These are troubling facts. These are very troubling facts about this whole thing. And so these challenges, many believe, even right here from the studio, we also believe that these challenges can be wiped out when we have sincere leadership. Our Nigerians are praying that this particular appointment is one of sincere leadership, so that as the troops, as the boots, as the different personnel are deployed to different places across the country to ensure safety, they will focus on it and have guaranteed safety. There are all those who are going to hibernate at one point or the other should be fished out and then dealt with. This is important. It is not when what you call the media men would have come out to say, okay, they want to begin to talk about how Nigeria is moving, and then we now have a story that is in complete different from what should be expected. We in the media want to feast on the good results emanating from the activity of the Nigerian police, where the appointment of the new IGP spells good for Nigerians security-wise. There is no doubt about the capacity of the choice of the president. From his record as somebody who has engaged himself in different arms of the military that deals with fraud, deals with criminality, cyber crime, what they call RRT and the rest of it, rapid response team and the rest of the Nigeria police, and they've been at the helms of affair in Rivers and here in the FCT. It is clear that this man is a choice that Nigerians will want to have great experience with. They want to have great work with. They want to have some level of what do you call it, success rate in terms of his activity in securing the Nigerian people. Well, who's the first man calling? We're waiting for your call. Join us, make your call. Let's know what it is. What you think of the new appointment? What do you think of it? Is it an appointment worth the office? Is it one that can give hope to your people in your part of the country, given the experiences you've been having before now, and what you believe can be the changes now? You know, these are issues I want to look at. The lines are on the screen. Make your call, and let's be sure that we'll have a very, very robust conversation with it. So one paper is reporting that 8 DIGs is likely to go as Tinubu appoints Disu acting IGP. That is the fears that is being entertained by virtue of the convention people are familiar with, that when you have an appointment of this magnitude, you certainly will have to take off those who are within the same rank or superior to the person who is appointed, so that you can have a free flow of command and directive, not for him to now give directive that will be jettisoned or ignored or challenged by any of these officers who feel, well, we are mates, why should you come and give me command? Or I'm your senior, I'm your superior, why should I take orders from you? These are the factors which form the convention that service chiefs, AIGs and DIGs we have to move so that there will be space for the IG to operate. But we are certain that this can be looked into, and then those who are obviously his mates, they cannot claim to be his superior because they are his mate. Those ones, Nigeria still needs their service, Nigeria still needs their skills, Nigeria still needs their knowledge to be able to work on the challenges that may arise in the course of the new IGP's appointment, and also fine-tune their working on the expectations of the Nigerian people, so that the expectations of the Nigerian people will be the one that will catalyze their support for the government, catalyze their belief and trust in the government over the issue of security, and then every other stakeholders that will be interested in the security matter of the country. Yes, you can make your call. Yes, let's have your call. Or waiting, let's have your call, because this is just what we need, a call that will tell us how you feel about the new appointment. What do you think about the new appointment? How well do you think it can be managed? Are there any other expectations beyond make sure that you protect the civilian population from touts, and then it means they themselves should not be what's it called? You should not be exposed to that kind of operation in the way they go about interrogating people and trying to see what they can get from them instead of doing the job. So we're waiting for your call. That call, that important call that will help us to understand that this is the choice of the Nigerian people made by the president to improve safety and security in the nation. That is it. Oh dear, we lost that call. Go ahead. Just try to join in the conversation. Oh yes, another one is coming now. All right. What's the name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hello. The name and where are you calling from?
My name is Lucky, calling from Akwa Ibom State.
Lucky from Akwa Ibom. A new IGP What do you think are the challenges and the expectations?
Hello, sir. Please, can you repeat what you said?
I say a new IGP has been nominated by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the person of Disu. And so I'm asking now, what do you expect any changes in terms of the security architecture by virtue of this new appointment? Oh, it has gone. It has gone off. All right. We're waiting for your call. Well, the call from Akwa Ibom has just gone off, so maybe another call should come in so that we can continue this conversation of how do you think challenges and expectation of the new IGP. He has been nominated by the president. It is now for Nigerians to have a feel of him. He has been working in the background in different operations. You know what is known about him is that the Assistant Commissioner of Police Tunji Disu has been appointed to replace Egbetoku, whom Kayode Egbetoku, whom the president asked to relieve of his job. The full name is Latunji Ridwan Disu. He joined the police in 1992. I know, and he has put in what's it called? He has put in a lot of experience. He has gathered a lot of experience in the course of his training. Oh no, that's that caller. I lost that caller. Okay, please call again. Let's try to call in, and then the call went off. So, what do you think about the new appointment? Does this appointment put some flicker of hope in you that, oh, this man with this record, what are the record of him? Is said to have led a rapid response command in Lagos, you know, which was focused on urban policing. He has also headed the IRT intelligence response team of the Nigerian police after Abba Kyari. He was Commissioner of Police in Rivers State of the Federal Capital Territory. And he was in charge of the Force Criminal Investigation Department while he was in Lagos. So here is a man who has both practical skill and are going to acquire knowledge in the areas of security, in the areas of human safety, in the areas of preventive crime, in the areas of preventing what do you call it, fraud, cyber fraud. So for an officer of this experience, it is important to note that being the IGP is coming with a lot of experience, is bringing a lot of experience to bear on the operations of the office of the IGP and all other operations that will be directly under his command. So, we're waiting for your call. Make the call so that we know that Nigerians, we know what Nigerians are thinking, what the expectations are. That, oh, this is what we want. Oh, this is what we want. Oh, this is what we want. This is these are the thoughts that we should have. A new IGP, what are the challenges? What are the expectations? What are the challenges? What are the expectations? There is need for public safety. Very important. Safety of public persons and property. Very important. Will this serve us as a people? Yes. This is what is needed. Tell the IGP what you want him to do, how you want him to protect you. Of course, we've had the president say to the governors when they met in at the iftar in the villa. He did told them clearly that the pledge to have state police is not gone. But let's pick this call and let's hear. Yes, can you please turn down the volume of your set? Who is calling and where are you calling from?
This is Chukwudi Okafor from Kano State.
Yeah, Chukwudi Okafor from Kano. Go ahead.
Okay. The expectation is for him, the new IGP, to be very upright.
Okay.
No tribalistic.
Okay.
No, just to be upright in whatever he's doing. You understand?
Yes.
So that the Nigeria will move forward.
Okay.
Because we are a one nation, and no matter who is in charge, all other ethnics must be carried around. So this is my expectation, so that we carry everybody along.
Okay.
One Nigeria that we are.
Will it be right to say that you believe? Thank you. Will it be right to say that you believe that there is hope that the securities, what they call machinery, will be improved with the new blood into the office?
Yeah, these are most of our expectations in this new IGP.
Okay.
Thank you, and God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Mr. Okafor from Kano. We are grateful. Yes, Mr. Okafor has just said that with the coming of a new IGP, the call should be upright. He should not be involved in nepotism. He shouldn't be practicing nepotism in his action. He should concern himself with the safety of the people, from the north to the south, to the east, to the west, to the north central, to the south, to the southeast, to the southwest. These are important for him to overcome all limitations that could pose as challenges to him. He should see the safety of Nigerian as paramount, and not to begin to act other than being upright and being nepotistic. No, should just be upright. That is a caller's view. Another caller here now coming in. Oh, it's Scott. I've lost that call. Oh my God. Well, let's still wait for the caller. Let's know what important issue he or she has to say to us. Yeah, I'm picking again. All right, good. Good afternoon, and where are you calling from?
Yes, thank you, sir. Locking, you are calling from a home again.
Who?
Locking, you are calling from a home.
Okay, go ahead. Okay. What are the expectations and challenges?
Yes. One of the expectations Nigerians are watching is that the incoming IGP should be able to change some dynamics that have been playing out in the police force.
Okay. Like,
if you want to measure the capabilities of police, it's rated very low. If at all you want to measure with other paramilitaries, because of what people have been seeing them doing, compromising. So, me personally, I will want the IG to look into that part very well. Let the standard be maintained. And for a while now, I don't know what is happening up there, but here you will be seeing police mixed up with that have not been trained. And in many cases, they will allow the work to be done by those untrained men.
Okay.
So I don't know what it will cost the new IGP to make sure that those loopholes have been checked. If we are having police, let's have police. If we are having hunters, let's have hunters.
All right.
If we are having other security, let us know their functions. I'm not be making hunters with police.
I think that mixture is as a result of having the local vigilantes joining to boost the arm, to boost the number against insurgents in some parts of that they across the country.
Yes, thank you. Now, if my IG were to be there, I would tell him that, sir, you have a very limited time. All of us have a very limited time here on earth. You will not achieve more than what you should have achieved. God has already given you whatever you wanted to. For you to be in that cadre is God's blessing. So don't joke with it. Though I know that we are Nigerians, we love compromising, but be outstanding in whatever you do.
Okay.
It will be difficult, but if you stand your ground, your tenure may be short. If at all you want to follow what I'm saying, it will be a very short time, but you will be remembered. You will be remembered. Let me stop there and allow others to
So the IGP should be able to remain, should be able to stay in the office and be thinking of the fact that the day he will be leaving, he should be remembered. Yes. Thank you very much, George. Yes, that is a good one. Legacy is important. It is not just about serving. It's about also legacy. What legacy are you bringing to bear in the course of spending years as IGP? What would you be remembered for? Now, for him, while there is an expectation for security and safety, and there's a need to have promote professionalism within the force, and also increase the force number, because he said he cannot understand why you have to mix the police with vigilante groups to be going around together. These are two sets of individuals with their different sets of training and their sets of modus operandi. So the rules of engagement that will be applied to the police may not apply to the vigilante. And so you can understand where if those vigilantes decide to exercise certain level of recklessness in the whole thing, the police will always be blamed for being around and supervising that kind of force to carry out. And so we are saying that by virtue of this view that has been expressed, it is important, critically important, that the IGP concerns himself with being upright, as the first caller said. Beshada is not does not promote nepotism, and then he should also be conscious of what legacy he is going to leave behind, because that legacy which is going to leave behind is very, very important. And well, we shall be continuing the conversation, but before that, let us go for a very short break, and after this we return, continue this conversation to our finishing lap. Welcome back. We're here now, of course, in the last lap of our conversation on the new IGP challenges and expectation. Nigerians, of course, have had a very bitter experience with the issue of security in the country. But in spite of that, we have still been moving on. With this new appointment, Nigerians, of course, will be having a lot of expectation from the new IGP. Given his background, his deep operations within the intelligence arm of the Nigerian police. It is important that Nigerians will want to see a shift in the intelligence, what they call it, the intelligence work of the Nigerian police, where a lot of these bandits and terrorist activities will be nipped in the bud. Instead of having a reactionary policing, it should be a proactive policing, in the sense that when the when the IGP and his team are optimal in their operation, we'll be hearing of busting of several bandits in their hideouts, and getting them out and dealing with them before they are able to carry out any attack. This, of course, would mean a whole lot to the Nigerian public. Important thing is also the idea of having the president has promised each state should have their police. Again, this will also bolster the presence of security around the country. But one other important aspect is that people will love to see community and enhanced community policing from the new IGP. This is something that Nigerians will really expect to see. Police, a new IGP, and then what do you call it, community policing, where there should be a closeness between the people and the police, so that they can easily, confidently relate challenges to the security. To the security apparatus. It's very important. That is the best way to take care of the challenges in various community. Then also another important thing that we have to look at is that there should be better collaboration. The Nigerian police should have better collaboration now through intelligence sharing, intelligence gathering, where with the various security outfits, so that where they may need to go, because the security operations would need them a lot in busting what they call areas where people sit down to cells, where people sit down, criminals in their hideout sit down and plotting how next they are going to carry out a possible kidnap or a possible bandit act out or acts of terrorism. With good intelligence, with good collaboration, of course, the intelligence that would have been gathered will be sufficiently enough for them to be able to what do you call it, collaborate with other people, and they use the intelligence effectively to be able to get good results. And that is very important. It is not for any kind of activities where people will not have an idea of what the security agencies are doing. Legacy. These are the things that Nigerians should be expecting. Part of the legacy is to have all these. There should also, one of the major challenges should be technological driven. It's important that in intelligence gathering and intelligence sharing, they should be able to rely on some technological capacity to achieve some result, and not to totally depend on just a cake knowledge and standards of practice, where it takes you longer time to achieve what you can achieve in a shorter time, where you deploy technology for that purpose. So they should have sufficient gadgets, sufficient communication gadget, sufficient equipment, so that when they need to go and carry out any operations, it will be easy for them to do that. Another important thing in this whole is the police themselves. We have been seeing this, and it's becoming like a norm, even though we hear that there have been several arrests, but because of the pains that they experience, they are still there. The welfare of the Nigerian police officer is important. because of their desire, the desire to make sure they extort the public, they will begin to look for reasons even when they have none. And look at one of the most embarrassing video that is trending, where two German tourists have come into the country and they secured permission to drive with right hand, since they're just going to drive through into what they call is it Cotonou or Cameroon they are going to, and yet a police officer is insisting that is going to arrest them for driving right hand vehicle, when it is clear that the documents will have carried even their permission to have gotten the permit to do what they are doing, and he was there not knowing that he was being recorded, and that is not good. People, they should have proper orientation. The new IG should work on them to have proper orientation on their job and tasks, whenever they are on their beat, so that they don't start having challenges when they do this to possible superior officer or people who have connect with their superiors and they get them caught, and they will start begging, I'll spend 40 years, I'll spend 30 years, I will soon be retiring, please. These are things that shouldn't be. We are expecting that the new IGP should look at the welfare of police officers, look at the welfare of police officers, and see how they can improve on it, and also carry out very strong reorientation to the police or to the police officers, so that when personnel are involved in anything, they know clearly that what they are involved in is legitimate, and so they can stand by those legitimate convictions and act on them, or else we'll be having challenges that we do not require. So we're still expecting phone calls. Join us to make this conversation more robust as we engage on the challenges and expectations of the Nigerian people from the IGP. The new IGP has been appointed, and this appointment comes with a whole lot of responsibility. While that responsibility is on him, it will not be out of place if we as citizens can contribute to helping him succeed in his operation. And to help him succeed in his operation is to provide him with good counsels on how best we think he can operate effectively in our areas. Nigeria is a very large area, a country with about 93 square kilometers of land. It's not small in any case. And when you talk about a population of almost 200, as we have been saying, then you know that it's not something that we can take for granted. What is the number of the Nigerian police? I'd love to 300,000 to be able to secure this whole huge number of persons. So we have a whole lot of task on our hands to do, and the best way we can effectively do this is to contribute to the new IGP's what they call agenda. Tell him, in this area I am from, like the man from Akwa Ibom said, he cannot understand why you are mixing police with with vigilantes, because he does not expect that the training given to the police is one that the vigilantes have gotten. And so the what do you call it, standard operation is not the same, and the rules of engagement, the limitation or restrictions that the police will be having, those in the civil defense, those in the civilian what do you call it, vigilantes may not be having it, and that could create a conflict where they find themselves in some kind of operations where restraint may be needed in some point. So that is from that side. You can tell us from your own side, what do you expect that the Nigerian police should do under the new IGP? What direction do you think he should give to them, so that at the end of the day we shall have a Nigerian police force for the Nigerian people, serving the Nigerian interest, bettering the Nigerian society? That is very important. That is very critical. And so it cannot happen without your contribution and my contribution to it. So I'm waiting for that call. Who is going to be the next caller? Who will be the first caller in this segment? First caller in this segment. We're waiting for you to put in the call and let us know why your place should be safe. Put the call through from Ondo, put the call through from Sokoto, put the call through from Borno, put the call through from Kaduna, put the call through from Plateau, Benue, Nasarawa, Kogi, anywhere. We are waiting for you. Who is the next man who is going to put up a call? Because today's polity, it is you and us that will be discussing. We are talking about the new IGP and the challenges and expectations that the Nigerian people are having. The challenges are known. Insecurity. Challenges are known. People feel unsafe in their houses. People feel unsafe when they travel. People feel very unsafe when they call it going to their farms. When they travel, it's not the issue of just the vehicle, but the issue of the possibility of bandits. For those who have had safe journey, we say thank you, Lord, for all of them. For those who have not, we still say thank you, Father, because without God, it may have been worse than it was. And so we are asking right now that the new IGP should take from the people how best to operate. He should also know very clearly that it is important to leave a good legacy behind. And what is that good legacy? As one of our callers mentioned, that he should be concerned about being altruistic in carrying out his duty. He should be upright in doing what he's doing. He should be very, very upright in carrying out his duty. So, who's calling? Where are you calling from? Let's know. All right, got a call there. Oh my God. Oh, it's lost it. So, just lost that call. Are you the next person who's trying to call in? Let's hear what you want to say about this. I was talking about the welfare of the police. We do have a wrong belief here that no matter what you give the police, they will still call it 20 naira on the road. I don't think so. I believe that if you're able to pay a man what will make him feel secured, there's this dignity in every man. It is not every man that enjoys going around to humiliate himself, because it's not being humble. It's self-humiliation when a man approaches you and is seeking your financial assistance, and in the case of seeking your financial what's it called to him, and why he's trying to get it, he's even using authority to extort you. You know, he needs assistance, but he turns it to extortion, pretending that it is assistance that he's getting. And that, of course, is because he's looking, what is he losing? If he loses, what is he getting and what is he losing? These are the things he juxtaposes. He juxtaposes them and says, well, if he's going to make more benefit here, then he would rather do here than there. And they're going to stay and waiting for what will not even take him home. So when we have a good welfare that is available, that is sufficient for the policeman, he knows that it's a serious risk for him to in any way go and jeopardize the chances of having more of that. He knows that risk and he will not take it. Because if he knows he's caught while he's going to extort money from people on the road in the course of his duty, and he knows that what he's earning is far, far higher, he will not take that risk. So we will expect the new IGP to pay paramount interest on the on the welfare of the police persons. This is critical. And when we're talking about the intelligence issue, because given the background of himself, with his deep background and deep knowledge of intelligence, it's very possible that in our drive for a shift in intelligence, there should be a whole lot of new operations. Well, Nigerians will be happy to hear that this. Oh, sorry, I've just missed that call. You can call back. Try calling back again. Now, Now, Nigerians have, we will be happy to hear that this syndicate was busted and they have been apprehended, they are arrested, they are planning this, they are planning this. We're not saying artificial busting, but real busting, where those who are plotting in Kaduna are arrested, those who are plotting in Edo are arrested, those who are plotting in Ekiti are arrested, those who are plotting in Zamfara are arrested. You know, this took place in Benue, Plateau, Wabauchi and the rest of them, you know. Let's pick this call and hear what he has to say. Hello, who's calling and where are you calling from?
Engineer Benga is my name, calling from Kaduna State.
Okay, Engineer Benga, Kaduna State. Can we hear you?
It's quite unfortunate I'm happy to hear the topics you are really discussing.
Yeah.
And it's of great importance to every citizen and even Nigeria as a whole.
Yeah.
The new IG really has to learn a lesson from the mistake made by the former IG. Even if the government could spend millions of naira on assisting or increasing the reservations of police, we still have a lot of bad eggs in our midst. Even that things are hard to discuss in the open.
Yeah.
Even myself had a bitter experience just some few weeks ago. Taking a case to the police of somebody who have betrayed you and defrauded you of money, and the police is telling you it's the right for him to be collecting commission. So you can see we still have a long way to go in this country. I expected that there should be more level of education and literacy between the police force. Let them be more educated. If we have educated personnel in the police, they will not belittle themselves to meager amounts of money.
It is his right to collect commission from the money you are recovering that you were defrauded of.
Yes, I'm asking about to pay the commission. They must collect charges. Can't defect on the money. Even not to have not collected the money, I just abandoned the money there, waiting to see what will happen. But that's just my own case, talking about other people's cases. So Nigerians will have a lot to do, and the government has a bigger role to play. The new IG also has a greater role to play. They are aware of all these things are happening, but how many of the policemen have been apprehended or brought to book for all these issues? So we need to pray for the new IG, that God will give him wisdom to push us forward.
Yeah.
And we make a better result at the end. It is good for him to create a good legacy for himself.
A good legacy.
Today is being employed, it's being put into their post. Behind you, tomorrow it might be removed. But what will people say after you? May God help Nigeria.
Amen. May God help Nigeria. Legacy again. Someone here taking legacy from Kaduna. He's saying the IG should consider leaving a good legacy, because a good legacy is critical. A good legacy is important. You see, when we're talking about the reforms that are important to take, how can a man goes to the police station to recover funds? He has not recovered. Because your funds were recovered, you say he must give you commission. Is it you that should give commission or the state? Because the state pays you salary. And you shouldn't take it as a must. No sane Nigerian. Nigerians are highly hospitable and very, very charitable. No sane Nigerian will know that you have assisted him to make recovery of Mama, and then say he will not give you, he will not on his own say, gentlemen, thank you very much for this effort. But for you to begin to determine what exactly is the cost, what exactly should be your commission, I think it's something that has to be queried. It's not at all in line with the expected standard. These are some of the things that the new IG is inheriting from those that have come and have left, those that have come before him. These are the challenges they inherited. They did the best they could within the system. So a new IG has come now. It is expected that he will also look at these and improve upon them. So, our caller, we're waiting for you. One more call, then we call it a quit. We call it a day. Who will be the last unlucky caller? That is, we're waiting for one more call because my time is almost up now. So you join the call, and certainly we have that conversation of the challenges and expectations for the IG. safety of the Nigerian people, safety of lives and property, safety in the farmlands, safety in the fields, safety on the roads, safety in the city, safety at schools. You know, it is very, very disturbing that children will get dressed and go to school, or parents will have their children put in a boarding facility, and then becomes a haven of harvest for the kidnappers. But what kind of a thing is that? The security agency should be able to nip this in the body. Oh, I've just received my last caller. All right, I've just gotten my last caller. Please turn down the volume of your TV set so we can have a conversation.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. The name and where are you calling from?
Yes, my name is Martins. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Okay, Martins from Port Harcourt. What are your expectations for the new IGP?
Yes, I have two things to offer.
Okay.
My first one.
Yeah.
So that this our new IG is welcome to the Nigeria.
He has been here before.
So I have that he have 48 days to retire.
Yes.
And again, the man that following the IG that left in their camp, the man that following the IG that left, that's supposed to be the IG. Why did the federal government, Tinubu government, reject that man, not to be?
Who is the man?
Mba.
Okay.
His name is Mba.
Okay. That's what we're...
It's a second command to the one that left yesterday.
Yes, that's what we're talking about. We mentioned it earlier.
Why should this government, Tinubu government, drive around and leave him behind?
Okay, the same. I'm not holding brief for the government. I wouldn't know what their decision is, but I think a man in office has a deeper understanding of the personnel and the personnel he needs for an assignment. You cannot take it from the two of them. Mba and this one, they are mates. They joined the police the same year. They are mates, but by virtue of police hierarchy. But again, Mba is his senior by rank, by virtue of a federal character, which was argued or said that it came in his favor when there was a need for a Southeast to be occupy the office of that DIG. And so he was the closest person to get to that rank. So if you look at it, they are age mates. They are age mates in the...
I've had you.
Yeah.
We have had you. For my age in this country, my age, I know how many Christmas that I have.
Yes.
That I have observed. I'm about 60-something years for age. I'm not a kid.
Yeah.
You see this country?
Yes, sir.
You see this country?
Yes, sir.
Because Mba is from Igbo man. That's why they did it.
No. Okay. Well, I would do.
Yes. What a kid. I'm from Delta State.
No, you know, Igbo men have held very important positions. Onovo is an Igbo man who was IG, isn't it? What's his name? Okiro is an Igbo man who was what's it called? IG. So it is, you cannot dismiss.
See, is the man's turn. Leave this country. I think what they call karma. You know what they call karma. Karma. The day karma will fall upon them, there's no mercy on them.
Okay. Now while we wait for karma to carry out his action, I want to ask you what
karma will hit them. Those that are destroying this country. I believe that either now or tomorrow, karma will hit them.
Okay,
they will regret.
Okay, before karma hits them and they regret. Now, can you just what advice do you give? Will you have for the new IGP, acting IGP?
I don't have anything to I have no advice
Okay.
to give to him.
Okay, well, you are my last caller for the day. Thank you very much for joining us in the conversation and sharing with us your thoughts. This is where we are calling it a wrap for today on the polity, where we are looking at the new IGP, the challenges and expectation. It has been a conversation of interesting dimensions and angles where everybody sees the issue. Until we come your way again, I say thank you for being with us. My name is Osai Tinus Adebame, and goodbye from here.